नाही अजून वेळ आहे. Good morning, students. Uh, Welcome to the next session of numerical methods. In today's session, we are going to start with roots of equation. So, before starting, Chinmay Butti, uh, I'll allow you to unmute yourself. If there is any kind of audio or video problem, please respond to that. Thank you. Is screen visible to all? And am I audible to you? Please respond. Hello. Okay. So thank you. So we'll start our session on roots of equation, the second part of first unit. Now, as we have discussed this roots of equation in earlier orientation, I have explained it with an example of bungee jumpers problem. Okay. So again, I will have a quick revision about it. You are employed in a design of a bungee jumping system, and some criteria are given to you, design criteria, that to sustain the injury to your spine or jumper, uh, the velocity or terminal velocity should not exceed 36 meter per second. Okay. So the drag coefficient is given as 0.25 kg per meter. Okay. So then you will apply some physics formulation or fluid mechanics formulation to it, and you will come up with this equation. Okay. So this is the equation for terminal velocity with which is dependent of time. Okay. So our aim here is to have or put restriction to a mass or weight of the jumper, कि अगर उससे ज्यादा अगर वेट हुआ उसका वो बंदे का, so he might be sustained to susceptible to uh, uh, spine injury. Okay. So our aim here is to find out how much should be the mass, so that the velocity, terminal velocity of a jumper will not exceed 36 meter per second. So this value is known to you, or we need to plot function of this with respect to m. So if you try this, you will not be able to create an equation which is explicit for m term for mass calculation. It is very difficult or almost impossible to find out the mass even if I put all the data in this equation. Okay, that means we cannot solve this equation explicitly. So what we do in the roots of equation, we first manipulate this equation in this way. So what we'll do, we will take it onto the right hand side. So minus v times t or function of t. Then we will assume that this whole equation is some kind of function of mass. Okay. Now if I equate this function of mass equal to 0, what do we have? See, minus v times t इधर लेके गए, the same equation. So somehow I come up with, if I try to solve this function of mass and get the value of that function equal to 0 somehow. Okay. So this is nothing but a form of roots of equation. Okay. So moving ahead, roots of equation and engineering and science problem. So as an engineer or a scientist, we always deal with the design problem or some kind of analysis problem. Means what we are going to do, in plenty of cases we have some governing equation or mathematical equation models with us. Those models will consist of some dependent variable, and they will be function. That dependent variable is nothing but a function of some independent variable or some kind of forcing function or some kind of parameter. Okay, now we need to solve them. Okay, but it is rarely we will be able to solve them in the implicit parameter or explicitly. Okay, so for example, again I'll come back to this sheet represents some basic governing principle for engineer or scientist we always come across. I'll give you a easy example what I would like to mention here. From strength of material, there is a problem for design of a column. Okay, so we need to find out compressive stress of a stress induced in the column. So we have some equation for sigma c equal to some variable into that cross section area of column. Okay, so the cross section area that might be d into h or whatever, pi by 4 d square if it is a circular column. So that area is the independent variable or it is a design parameter. Okay, and the compressive stress induced within the column is your dependent variable. Okay, and this whole equation is called as a governing equation or mathematical model for stress calculation of a column, or you can say it's a principle, governing principle. So by solving that, our aim is to find out either cross section area, or we might be able to find out, or our aim might be finding out the dependent variable, that is sigma c. Okay, so we always come across this kind of scenario. Sometimes our aim might not be the designing. We want to do analysis of कि भाई आपके पास already एक existing system है and you want to check कि will this existing system will work for some period of time or whatever you want to do about that. So for prediction purpose also, we need to perform some analysis. So when we do the analysis, we need to solve some governing equation. अपने पास बहुत सारे expression रहेंगे, उसको solve करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so most of the time it is very difficult to solve those equation in implicit form or explicitly. Okay, and we cannot use this our general equation for finding that root f of x equal to 0. This is only applicable for quadratic equation. We can solve up to linear equation and quadratic equation, but as soon as the degree of polynomial increases, it is difficult to find the root of that equation or find the zero for that function. Okay, and also our engineering problem or engineering system doesn't have always a polynomial. Which generally deals with transcendental equation also. Okay, so those are very difficult to solve. Next thing, another scenario where we will find the relationship between roots of equation and engineering. So if we plot a function, see, with respect to x and y being the function of x value, so assume some function, the trend is something like this. This graph shows that. So finding root of equation means what? Finding a x value such that the y value or function of x value is 0. Okay, now this become your normal root of function, but also this numerical method or the method of finding 0 for the equation can be used for optimization purpose. So let me show you that. So we know that the maximum value optimization problem is what? Either we will try to find out maximize or try to do maximum of something or try to minimize something. For example, if we want to have an analysis of cost, we try to minimize the cost, we try to maximize the profit, we try to minimize the time. Okay, we sometimes want to maximize the material removal rate, MRR. So these kind of things are your optimization problem. So sometimes we need to find out a maximization or maximum value, or sometimes we need to find out minimum value. Okay, so we know that this is a fundamental things. So we know that the maximum value corresponding to if I get a first derivative of that function equal to 0. So we have some function of x, uska derivative nikalo, and if that first derivative or slope is flat or first derivative is 0, we get or we reach maximum value. Similarly, if it is a less than 0, uska double derivative is less than 0, we call it as a maximum. And same thing, if the first derivative is 0, but the double derivative of that function is greater than 0, we reach minimization or we reach minimum value. So similarly, I want to focus on this portion. See, so will it be a f of x root में क्या रहता है function of 0, sorry, function of x equal to 0. Also, I can use the same methodology if I want to do optimization. Same, see, on to the right hand side, we are finding out the 0 for some equation. I'll say that f dash of x, instead of f dash of x, I'll write it as a g of x. So it become a function of x. And if I find out the value of x such that its function of function of x is equal to 0, I am nothing but doing root of equation. I am finding root of equation. Okay, so plenty of time we find engineering problems, and for most of the cases we have a solution for that. Finding a root of equation is nothing but by using numerical method only. Okay, so we'll try to define this root of equation. Is the easy point. Root of equation is not that much difficult to understand. So if I want to define roots of equation, I'll say technical definition: value of the variable in the function evaluate to 0, or in the layman or in simple understanding, our aim here is to find out x value such that if I put this x value in this function, so such that if I put value of x in this function, the function term becomes 0. The function term becomes 0. So find x value such that if I put that value in the function, the whole function become or phone formula becomes 0. So that is a simple definition of root of equation. Okay. Now number of roots. So if we are dealing with algebraic function or a polynomial equation like x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay. So the number of root in that for that equation is nothing but degree of the polynomial. So x plus 1 equal to 0, that means we have only one root, because the degree of that equation x plus 1, x का degree कितना है 1 only. Okay, so number of root for that equation becomes 1. अगर आप quadratic equation ले रहे हो तो degree is 2, and we know that we will always get the 2 roots for quadratic equation. अगर cubic equation होगा order is 3, number of roots equal to 3. Okay, x raised to 4 plus something something, so order of that equation is 4, we get 4 number of root. Okay, so for polynomial equation or algebraic equation, it is very easy to guess number of roots in the equation. But for transcendental equation means जो equation some equation consists of your logarithmic term, trigonometric terms. So for those kind of exponential terms, so for those equation we cannot predict easily how many number of roots will be there. Okay, so they ranges from 0 to infinity. Number of roots for particular transcendental equation might be in between 0 to infinity. For example, sine of x, function of x is equal to sine of x. For sine of x, number of roots are infinity. Infinite number of roots can be there. Then there might be some equation, that equation doesn't cut the x-axis. So in some certain cases, so for example, I have one function. If I plot that function, the graph comes like this. Okay, तो ये आपका graph है. This is your function of x. So if for this equation, for this function doesn't intersect your x-axis. Okay, that means this function don't have any kind of root. So there might be some equation who doesn't have any root. Okay, so this is about number of root. We need to just remember polynomial equation, degree of polynomial equal to number of root. But for transcendental equation, you can have 0 root or up to infinite number of root. Okay, now there are plenty of types of numerical methods available. Different methods are available. They are characterized or classified in two ways. Some of the methods are bracketing methods and some of the methods group into open method. But we are not going to learn all the methods because there are plenty of them. So we will focus on three methods for our curriculum. The first one, bisection method from bracketing, and then for open method, we will learn a Newton-Raphson method and SAM or successive approximation method. So total for roots of equation, we are going to learn three methods: bisection, Newton-Raphson, and successive approximation method. Okay. Next, all these open method or bracketing method, they run with similar algorithm or almost similar procedure. Okay, so all these methods are iterative in nature and their working is something like this. We start with some approximation, एक guess लेते हैं हम कि भाई start करेंगे कुछ x equal to some value. Okay, then we apply procedure or formulation based on the selected method. अगर हम bisection method use करें, so there is some formula, there is some procedure to solve the roots of equation problem. So we apply that procedure. Next, we try to improve the solution. Okay, so we go on and try to improve the solution. We try to reduce the error in the solution. Okay, तो approximation तो कर रहे, तो मतलब error होने वाला है. So somehow we try to improve the solution, and this process continues for longer time, improving the solution. And after we get satisfied, that will be our final answer. We will say कि अपना root मिल गया. Okay. Now there are two terms we need to understand when we learn roots of equation. So as the time comes, I'll explain those. Those terms are called as a convergence, and second term you will find is stopping criteria. Okay, so convergence means what? Again, in detail we will discuss this convergence when we learn Newton-Raphson method. Okay, but here I'll just give you a glimpse of convergence. Convergence मतलब क्या है? You start with approximation, एक guess लेते हो. Okay, इसका एक example बताता हूँ. You want to go to New York. Okay, and you have taken a guess or you have taken a ticket of Delhi. तो चलेगा क्या? नहीं. Our aim is to find a route जहाँ पे f of x becomes 0. That means we want to reach New York, but you have taken a guess, मतलब आपने एक टिकट परचेस किया दिल्ली का. Okay, so whatever you do, even if you apply a specific procedure, if you try to improve the solution, you will never go towards your final solution. You will reach up to Delhi only. Okay, so that term is very easily understood by that example is called as a convergence. You are not going to go and converge towards your solution. आप उधर solution के तरफ नहीं जाओगे. You are going or you are diverting from the actual value f of x equal to 0. वहाँ पे नहीं जाओगे. So that term is called a convergence. Next one is a stopping criteria. You will find कि improve solution कर रहे हो आप. बहुत सारे iteration करोगे, but कितने? कहीं ना कहीं जाके आपको stop करना पड़ेगा, कहीं ना कहीं जाके आपको limit करना पड़ेगा. So that is nothing but maximum number of iteration or some kind of error. Okay, so that is your stopping criteria. In our syllabus, we are going to discuss only two types of stopping criteria. The first one is accuracy or error. Okay, and the second one is number of iteration. So either we will stop our calculation or our iteration until and unless we reach maximum number of iteration, or either we will satisfy the criteria of error. Okay, next, moving ahead, now we will jump on to the bisection method. Okay, now to understand this method clearly, now listen guys, I would like to highlight one thing. I am going to explain this bisection method almost 3 times. Okay, सो डोंट वरी कि फर्स्ट टाइम में इतना ज्यादा आप एब्सॉर्ब नहीं किया आपने, तो डोंट वरी, अगेन आई एम गोइंग टू रिपीट द प्रोसीजर ऑलमोस्ट 2 टाइम. फर्स्ट ट्राई टू फोकस, जितना आप एब्सॉर्ब कर सकते हो ट्राई. ओके, सो ट्राई टू इन द फर्स्ट पार्ट आई विल एक्सप्लेन विद द ग्राफिकल वे कि वो एक्चुअली हाउ द बाइसेक्शन मेथड वर्क्स, हाउ इट गेट डेवलप. Okay, then we will try to convert that in a formulation part, mathematical formulation part. Then we will solve a numerical based on it. Again we will have hands-on practice on the bisection method. Then fourth time again we will revise all the complete procedure and come up with some kind of algorithm. Okay, so please pay attention. I'll get out of this presentation mode. For understanding this bisection method, I'll take one example. Okay, so I have taken example of function. There is one function f of x. I hope I am visible to you. Graphical software is present in front of you. Okay, is this graphical plot visible to you? Okay, yes, thank you, Heman. So I am using one software to elaborate this. So for understanding this bisection method, to find root of equation, we have taken one function that is sin x minus 0.5. Okay, एक random function ले लिया. Now you can observe that this function is a transcendental equation. Sin x मतलब transcendental equation है ये. So it will have infinite number of root. बहुत सारे roots है इसमें. We will focus only one portion. क्या करते हैं यहाँ पे? For the understanding of this method, I'll take ये वाला root. Okay, we'll try to find यहाँ पे जब वो function of x will cut the x-axis, this point is nothing but your root. Okay, so step number 1 in a bisection method is guess. एक guess लेते, एक interval लेते. This method is developed by bracketing approach. Bracket दोनों के बीच में bracket कर रहे हैं उसको. Okay, so यहाँ पे आपको क्या लगता है? You need 2 guesses. In these 2 cases, we assume that the root lies. Okay, so first step, initial guess. Now, if you look at this graph, there are plenty of values of x available. Which value is good for starting a bisection approach or starting our root of equation? Okay, so I'll assume that someone is annotating. Okay, so what we will do, we will assume some guess. मैं क्या करता हूँ? 1 and 3. I'll start with this initial guess. Okay, so I have taken a point whose value is 1,0. Okay, so this is my guess number 1, and I'll assume that the root lies between a and b, the b such that the value is 3. Okay, so my initial guess is that the root lies between 1 and 3. Okay, so 1 and 3. Then what we do, step number 1 सबको समझ में आया होगा, guess लेना है. रैंडम गेस लेना है, 1 and 3 ले लिया हमने, and again I'll elaborate how to take this guess also. Okay, but right now graphical method दिखा रहा हूं मैं, तो it will be easy for you to see. 1 and 3 के बीच में गेस लिया, देन स्टेप नंबर 2 क्या करना है आपको, इसका एवरेज निकालना है, जो भी इंटरवल है 1 and 3 उसका एवरेज निकाल लो और ग्राफिकली उसका मिड पॉइंट फाइंड करो. सो मिड पॉइंट इज 2 ओनली. Or if you want to find out your first root, first approximation, so you will say the root is 2, because 1 plus 3 by 2 becomes 2. So your first guess is 2. Okay, now यहाँ पे आपको रूट मिला क्या? नहीं, root is somewhere here. Next what we will do, now earlier our interval was A and B, AB. Now we have two options, either our root will be between A and C, or root will be in between C and B. Okay, so from a large range we came to small range. अब range 1 to 3 के जगह अब 2 to 3 या फिर 1 to 2 है. Now from graphically we can easily say कि भाई आपका जो रूट होने वाला है it is between 2 to 3. अगेन सेकंड इटरेशन में क्या हुआ, आपका ए चला गया, ए सी पार्ट डिलीट हो गया. नाउ सी बी में रूट कहां पे होगा, इसका मिड पॉइंट पे. ओके, सो डी पार्ट, डी इज नथिंग बट 2 plus 3 by 2, that will give you 2.5. so you will say that the root is 2.5. next again earlier range, second iteration में range था CB. now we have two different interval, our root might be in CD or it might be in between D and B. graphically you can easily say कि आपका root कहाँ में है, D और B के बीच में है. so to find out that root, just take a midpoint or average 3 and 2.5, you will get 2.75, right? 3 plus 2.75. I'll denote it as a E equal to 2.75. okay, again I'll zoom in. सेम रेंज क्या थी पहली, D और B के बीच में कहीं रूट था आपका. ओके, नाउ योर रूट माइट बी इन बिटवीन EB or it might be between D and E. Due to this graph, I can say our root is between D and E. Okay, so my range for the next iteration becomes 2.5 and 2.75. So here I am going to find out the midpoint of that, and we will treat that as my root. Okay, so 2.75 plus 2.5 divided by 2, we got 2.625. so F point becomes 2.625 comma 0. okay, so this is my root. see आप देख रहे हो, we are almost going closer to the root. now I'll zoom out, I'll take a zoom out. so see, we started with AB, एक बहुत बड़ी रेंज ली, उसके बाद हमें मिला C, then CB के बीच में we went for D, फिर D B के बीच में E, फिर E D के बीच में F, almost to the root. so this is the way we work for bracketing method. I hope you understood the procedure. okay, and for me it is very difficult to get a feedback right now. In a chat window, if you somehow understood the method, please put something or I'll elaborate again. okay, thank you guys for responding. I need always some kind of feedback to proceed, then I'll get a confidence. okay, Omkar Adhav raised the hand. Yes, Omkar, you can ask me question directly if you have any doubt here.
Can you repeat, please, sir?
Okay, okay. Again, I'll repeat it. Now, when I repeat this procedure, what I'll do, I'll add more things. Okay. थोड़ा क्विकली जाते हैं. Now, आपके सामने ग्राफ है इसलिए it is very easy to understand the procedure how this method works. Okay, so this is your function of x. Okay, these are values of x, this is function of x, and if I plot something on this y axis, that is your f of x or y value. Okay, our aim here is to solve this function such that if I get a value of x and put it in this function, I should get f of x equal to 0. This is our aim. That means graphically I would like to identify a point जो intersect हो रहा है यहाँ पे. Okay, this function is intersecting the x axis. I would like to find out that point. That point is nothing but your root. Okay, so step number 1, what we do, we assume something कि भाई आपका जो root रहेगा, root is in between, the root is between these 2 points. Okay, a और b के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं आपका root है. So that is your starting point. Initial guess है, and in a later portion I'll explain how to take this initial guess. Okay, right now just see कि भाई इन दोनों के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं आपका root होगा. Okay, so next thing we have started with guess कि भाई आपका जो first point होगा, that is a 1 है और b 3 है, इन दोनों के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं आपका root है. We started with that. Okay, so initial guess 1 and 3. Then step number 2 in a root of equation और bisection method क्या है, उसका average निकालो, उसका mid point find out करो. Probably that mid point is your root. So हमने mid point find किया, c 1 और 3 का mid point है 2. So 2 is your root. But by looking at the graph you will say कि नहीं सर ये अभी तक root नहीं मिला हमें. Okay, so we need to go for next iteration. Okay, for next iteration. So next iteration find करना है हमें. So next iteration क्या होगा, either for next iteration I need new values of x1, new value of x2. Okay, so initial guess started with x1 equal to a, x2 equal to b. We got x0, that is midpoint, x1 plus x2 by 2. Okay, that is c. Now again for next iteration I need new values of x1 and new value of x2. Now which should be my x1 and x2? If I take x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 2, that is not correct. यहाँ पे दिख रहा है आपका वो कर्व यहाँ पे इंटरसेक्ट नहीं हो रहा, राइट. सो ये गेस रॉन्ग है. फिर चेंज करते फिर कि भाई आपका x1 2 and x1 2 and x2 3. See now from this we can say हाँ इन दोनों के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं है आपका रूट. So you will start with the next iteration by taking x1 equal to 2, x2 equal to 3. अपडेट किया हमने नेक्स्ट इटरेशन में. फिर क्या किया, इन दोनों के बीच में आपका रूट है, सो उसका मिड पॉइंट फाइंड किया. ओके, सो दैट इज डी. सी बी का मिड पॉइंट डी. सेम थिंग, अब आपके पास दो ऑप्शन है. आपका रूट विल बी इट माइट बी इन बिटवीन सी डी और इट माइट बी इन डी बी. ओके, तो ग्राफिकली आपको दिखा रहा है यहाँ पे कहीं पे इंटरसेक्ट नहीं हो रहा. सो वी विल मूव अहेड विथ डी बी. आपका रूट विल बी इन डी बी. वेयर इट माइट बी इन द मिड पॉइंट. मिड पॉइंट निकाला ई, सेम फॉर्मूला 2.5 plus 3 divided by 2. So we got 2.75. So if you look at this, नहीं ये भी नहीं रूट लग रहा आपको. फिर आपने जज किया कि भाई ई बी के बीच में है या फिर डी ई के बीच में. ब्रैकेट कर रहे हैं हम, छोटे छोटे ब्रैकेट बना रहे हैं. बड़ा ब्रैकेट था आपका 1 3, उसके बाद 2 3, उसके बाद 2.5 to 3, उसके बाद 2.5 to 2.75. छोटे छोटे ब्रैकेट कर रहे हैं हम. सो नेक्स्ट थिंग, इसके बीच में रूट नहीं है, and here we might see a root. Okay, so again I'll do one more iteration. Now we have two options here. Our root might be in df or it might be in FE. Okay, so graphically it looks like FE में तो नहीं है, आपका इंटरसेक्ट यहाँ पे हो रहा है, मतलब आपका रूट होगा D और F के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं, मतलब 2.5 से फ्रॉम 2.5 टू 2.625, ओके, इन दोनों के बीच में कहीं ना कहीं होगा. सो अगेन आई विल कैलकुलेट दैट 2.625 plus 2.5 divided by 2. So that is 2.562. 2.5625. Same again we will proceed like this कि अब या DG के बीच में या GF के बीच में, again and so on. So this is the way we do bracketing method. I hope now it is clear for you. Now the problem here is, for not in all cases, not for all cases we have a graph in front of us. Just try to imagine, आपको एक कुछ function दिया है sin x minus 0.5 and you close your eyes, you don't have any kind of graph, so you cannot judge कि आपका गेस कहाँ पे रहेगा, फिर गेस लिया तो कैसे आगे फॉलो करोगे आप. ओके, we don't know about it. Mathematically we need to come up with certain procedure. Okay, now this procedure is goes like this. Okay, first thing, you take a guess. Now I am going for second revision of this method. So we start with guess कि आपका रूट रहेगा A और B के बीच में. Then observe this, we don't know कि A और बीच में है या नहीं. How can we justify that? See this, I'll find out the function of x value when I put A. So this point represent x comma y. Y is nothing but function of x. Okay, similarly same thing. So what I'll do, I'll find out f of x1. I'll assume A point is x1, so f of x1 कितना है, then f of x2 कितना है. Now see, f of x1 or f of x2, if you look at this graph you will understand one thing. Sorry, okay, see, this point is nothing but x1 comma y1 or f of x1. So if I see this line, this is positive, so that means if I put x1 value in function of x, I'll get a positive value. Second thing, this is my x2, this is x2 comma f of x2. So if I put x2 value in my function, I'll get negative value. So from this we came up with one equation. If f of x1 into f of x2 is negative, if this multiplication is negative, that means if it is less than 0, we will definitely say that कि भाई आपका जो रूट होगा it will be in between x1 and x2. Okay, so even if you don't have a graph, if you don't have a graph paper in front of you, you will identify the guess by using this criteria. Okay, so let's check. If मैंने चेक इनिशियल गेस लिया होता a equal to 1 or x1 equal to 1 and x2 equal to 2, if this might be our guess, what could have happened? So f of x1 is a positive value, f of x2 is also a positive value, so that means द मल्टीप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस टू इज नॉट ग्रेटर देन 0, दोनों पॉजिटिव है। एंड सी इफ यू लुक एट द ग्राफ पेपर, इन दोनों के बीच में रूट दिख रहा है कि आपको? नहीं, ये फंक्शन एक्स एक्सिस को कट नहीं कर रहा। ओके, सो दिस बिकम योर चेक और क्राइटेरिया। ठीक है, सो सिमिलर वे वी गो फॉर नेक्स्ट ऑल इटरेशन। सो व्हाट वी हैव डन कि भाई ए और बी निकाला था अपना इनिशियल गेस। I'll erase this earlier windows. We are little bit modifying our system procedure. We are coming up with the mathematical approach for bisection method. Okay, so please pay attention. So we started with a guess A B. उसके बाद क्या किया? We come up with उसका midpoint x0. So this is your x1, x2, and this is x0 for first iteration. Okay, now आपको सेकंड इटरेशन करना है। सेकंड इटरेशन में क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा कि रूट x1 x0 के बीच में है या फिर x0 टू x2 के बीच में। फ्रॉम इफ ग्राफ इज इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, यू कैन इजीली जज कि हाँ सर ये x0 और x2 के बीच में रहेगा आपका रूट। ओके, बट इफ यू क्लोज योर आईज, आपके पास ग्राफ पेपर ग्राफ नहीं है f ऑफ x का, देन हाउ कैन यू जज कि भाई आपका जो रूट होगा फॉर नेक्स्ट इटरेशन, will that root lie in x1 and x0 और x0 to x2, इन दोनों के बीच में रहेगा या फिर इन दोनों के बीच में रहेगा? So mathematically we have one condition, from that we can easily judge. Okay, so if I put x1 value, that is 1, in this equation f of x, you get f of x1. Okay, then what you do, you will put this new value root f of x0 in the function of x. Now अगर ग्राफ पेपर भी नहीं है, आप कैलकुलेटर पे सॉल्व कर सकते हो। ओके, सो यू विल गेट टू वैल्यूज, f of x1 and f of x2. Okay, then multiply it. If we reach a value which is negative or which is less than 0, that means आपका रूट होगा x1 और x0 के बीच में। If this condition satisfies, the root for next iteration will be in x1 to x0. If this condition is not satisfied, if it is greater than 0, मतलब आपका रूट x1 और x0 के बीच में नहीं रहेगा, तो कहां पे रहेगा? x0 और x2 के बीच में रहेगा। ओके, सो रिमेंबर दिस, वी नीड टू ऑलवेज चेक फॉर दिस वन वैल्यू। ना आप बोलोगे सर और थर्ड कंडीशन भी पॉसिबल है यहाँ पे, इफ this multiplication is equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, so what should we do? Is there any need to go for next iteration? Because इन दोनों के बीच में कोई ना कोई एक वैल्यू होगा which value is 0, so that's why we got the 0 here. So if I get some value for x such that it's 0, that means this is the root. Okay, so third condition we rarely hit. Okay, so either this multiplication will be less than 0, अगर less than 0 है तो आपका root for next iteration is between x1 and x0. If it is greater than 0, the root will lie in x0 to x2, new value. Okay, and we proceed like this. For second iteration, we will find out this. For second iteration, my new x1 will be x0 and new x2 will be same x2. Okay, then again from these two value we will find another root x0. Okay, then we will move ahead with third iteration. Okay, third iteration, for third iteration again I need to say कि भाई रूट आपका इन दोनों के बीच में रहेगा या फिर इन दोनों के बीच में रहेगा। So again I'll find out कि भाई x1, now x1 is this earlier old x0 value, so this value I'll put in my function, this value again I'll put in the function, do the multiplication, check if it is negative means इसके बीच में आपका रूट रहेगा, अगर ग्रेटर देन 0 है, पॉजिटिव वैल्यू है, तो आपका रूट फिर इसके बीच में रहेगा x0 to x2 में। सो फॉर थर्ड इटरेशन this x0 becomes your new x1, this x2 becomes your new x2. So आपका रूट इन दोनों के बीच में रहेगा कहीं ना कहीं. So that becomes our input data for fourth iteration. So again I'll calculate x0. How do we calculate x0? X0 is nothing but x1 plus x2 whole divided by 2, and we proceed like this until and unless we hit some stopping criteria. Okay, I hope the procedure is a little bit more clear to all of you. So we'll go back to our procedure presentation. So I hope you understood the procedure. So we will try to implement that procedure for this equation. Okay, and again we will have a revision on that procedure. Okay, let me check the time. Yes, we have around 14 minutes to do so. So for this case, f of x is equal to sine of 10x plus cos of 3x. Now I'm not going to put a graph in front of you. We'll try to recall that method and try to solve this. Okay, and it is given in the problem statement that try to find a root in between this range. उन्होंने ही दे दिया. Okay, हमें guess करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So the range is x1 equal to 3, x2 equal to 6. Okay, so we'll start with first iteration. In a first iteration we will take x1 equal to 3, x2 equal to 6 जो given है. Okay, so we'll find out the first attempt of root. Okay, so that is x0, x0 equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. We got value 4.5. Okay, then we will check f of x1. So मैंने क्या किया, x1 value which is equal to 3, I have entered that value in this equation. So sine of 10 into 3 plus cos of 3 into 3. Okay, so I have calculated that. I got value minus 1 point something. Okay, then जो ये root आया आपका x0 value 4.5. Again I have 4.5. I have evaluated the function with value 4.5. Now f of x0 is 1.44. Okay, what it means? The function f of x1 into f of x2. See, negative value, positive value. In दोनों का multiplication will be always negative. So it is less than 0. It is satisfied. Means it is checked. It means that the range or our new updated x1 and x2 will be old x1 and new x0. Okay, so somewhere on your notebook please write it down. This condition. Okay, f of x1 into f of x0, if it is less than 0 for new iteration or for next iteration, new x1 is nothing but old x1 and new x2 is nothing but x0 just calculated. Okay, if this condition is not satisfied, that means it is greater than 0, what we have, new x1 is x0 and new x2 is nothing but old x2. Okay, so for next iteration the interval is between 3.45. Okay, I hope you guys understood about this. Any doubt in this portion? So if you have doubt, you can put it on a chat box. If not, again, don't worry, we are going to revise it. Thank you. So for this numerical, it has been asked. अभी तक हमने सिर्फ ये देखा. उन्होंने बताया था we need to solve this function up to 2 decimal places. We haven't taken care of that. We will take it. later on. Okay, so error कैसे find करते हैं हम? We take when the error is given as this statement, accurate up to 2 decimal places. Okay, 2 decimal places. So in that case, we try to find out absolute error. Okay, so absolute error is calculated by this equation or in this way कि भाई current x1 minus previous x1 or current approximation minus previous approximation. Okay, so we'll take this part also. So we'll solve this numerical completely using this Excel format. Okay, is this visible to all? Excel sheet? Okay, thank you. So generally we used to have a tabular format for this. So अपना function दिया है देखो, f of x equal to x into sin x minus 1. Okay, this might be our function. Sorry. This was our function sin 10x plus cos 3x. This is our function. We need to find out the root of this equation. And उन्होंने बताया कि error कितना होना चाहिए, up to 2 decimal places. We will take that part later on. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay. So how to solve this? We started with initial guess 3, 6. उन्होंने ही दिया था, उसका average निकाला हमने 4.5. Okay, then we have used this 3 in function of x, इसमें डाल दिया, we got f of x1. Then f of x0 फाइंड किया, the current value of x0 हमने इसमें डाल दिया फंक्शन में, we got f of x0. now इस दोनों का मल्टीप्लीकेशन, that is f of x1 into f of x2, is this less than 0? Yes, it is less than 0. यहाँ पे देखो नेगेटिव टर्म है. Okay, so it is less than 0. Yes, so for next iteration what happens if this is the case? देखो blue है, yes, तो blue वाला condition read करो. If it is less than x, what will happen? New x1 is old x1. ठीक है, लिख देते हैं फिर यहाँ पे new x1 is old x1. Okay, and new x2 is x0. New x2 is x0 वैल्यू. ओके, मिल गया हमें. सो फिर से इसका रूट निकाल लेते. सेकंड इटरेशन कर दिया हमने. हाँ, इन दोनों को एवरेज निकाला 3.75. व्हाट वी विल डू नेक्स्ट? we will find out f of x1, then we will find out f of x2, sorry x0. चलो f of x1 will remain same. f of x0 अब क्या किया हमने? 3.75 इस इक्वेशन में डाल दिया. we got new f of x0. now is this less than 0? okay, yes, बरोबर. yes, प्लीज अब चैट बॉक्स थोड़ा यूज करो, so I'll get a feel. yes, if it is less than 1, sorry less than 0, फिर से यही ब्लू वाली कंडीशन. फिर क्या करना पड़ेगा? x1 ओल्ड वाला, x2 x0. सी दिस, राइट. फिर एवरेज निकाल लेते उसका, फिर एवरेज निकाल लेते, फिर अगेन इसमें डाल देते, इसमें डाल देते. नाउ सी, इन दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन क्या हो रहा है अब? पॉजिटिव. ओके, मींस दिस कंडीशन इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड. ओके, दिस कंडीशन इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड. रेड हो गया. रेड हुआ मतलब अब क्या करना पड़ेगा? दिस कंडीशन. व्हाट दिस कंडीशन सजेस्ट? न्यू x1 इज x0. ओके, न्यू x1 इज x0. चलो x0 को लेके आते और उसको पुट करते x1 में. एंड व्हाट विल हैपन टू x2 फॉर नेक्स्ट इटरेशन, फोर्थ इटरेशन? x2, न्यू x2 इज नथिंग बट ओल्ड x2. चलो डाल देते ओल्ड x2, 3.75. देन फिर से इसका एवरेज निकाल लेते. we will find out x1, we will find out x0. सेम, दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन नो है. that means this red condition, and we will proceed something like this. okay, so I hope you guys are understanding this. सबको मिल रहा, समझ में आ रहा है ना? So next what should we do? This is red one, मतलब satisfy नहीं हुआ condition. New x1 is x0, then new x2 is the old x2. So multiplication positive again, and so on. We will go like this. ठीक है? So going back to the procedure, you will find that कि बहुत सारा आपको पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव मिलेगा, फिर आगे जाके निगेटिव मिलेगा. Then we will proceed for error calculation, and that's it. Okay. So again in tomorrow's lecture we will come back to this portion. Now see, I hope you understood the procedure, and don't worry, again we are going to revise it. Next part I would like to cover in today's session only. We have 4 minutes now. If initial guesses or interval for root is not given, अगर दिया नहीं होगा तो कैसे निकालेंगे? Okay. Now whatever I am going to tell you now, because we don't have always a graph. Okay, no facility of having graph for solution. So without graph, how can I solve this? Okay. Now please listen carefully. This 4 minutes, because this procedure we are going to implement for our exam or for your assignment, for all things. So we don't have a graph, okay, and the problem statement doesn't have initial guess. उन्होंने नहीं दिया, उन्होंने आप पे डिपेंड कर दिया कि आपको जो लेना है ले लो. Okay, now the problem is that कौन सा ले, कैसे initial guess कैसे find out करें? ठीक है. So we have seen that there is one condition, f of x1 into f of x0 or x2 should be less than 0. बॉटम लाइन क्या है, वहां पे क्या हो रहा है, आपका साइन चेंज हो रहा है. दोनों में से x1 और x2 और f of x1 f of x2 और f of x1 f of x0, इनमें से कोई ना कोई एक बंदा निगेटिव होना चाहिए और दूसरा बंदा पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए. दोनों निगेटिव हुए तो भी मल्टीप्लीकेशन बिकम्स more than 0, positive. Okay, if both are positive then again multiplication gives you positive value. So यहां से आपको क्या मिला, एक कंडीशन मिला कि दोनों में से f of x1 और f of x2 और f of x1 और f of x0 should be negative, और वहां पे साइन चेंज होना चाहिए, निगेटिव टू पॉजिटिव और पॉजिटिव टू निगेटिव होना चाहिए. ठीक है. सो नाउ इफ you are preparing for exam, और कुछ बंदों ने क्या किया, 1 to, और फ्रॉम दिस फिगर ऑल्सो वी कैन सी कि बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल है. x0 टू x1 ले सकता है कोई बंदा x2 टू x0 भी ले सकता है, x2 टू x3 भी ले सकता है. बहुत सारे रूट्स है और सभी बच्चों के आंसर विल बी डिफरेंट. each one will have its own answer. It will be difficult for me to judge also. So what we will do, we'll prepare one procedure for ourselves. This is applicable for अपना थर्ड ईयर का डी डिवीजन का मैकेनिकल के स्टूडेंट के लिए, ओके, और सी डिवीजन के स्टूडेंट के लिए. ठीक है. सो द प्रोसीजर सेज दैट prepare open your rough book and you will prepare one table. Okay, the table will consist of some x random values of x, and by putting those random values of x in the function you will calculate something, that evaluating the function. Okay, so for sake of understanding, please take out your calculator. Assume that the function of x is equal to x cube plus 5. This is your function, and you want to find the root of this equation and you don't have initial guess. How to proceed? So in that case I'll show you by using calculator. So this is your calculator. अब आप यहाँ पे एक दो चीज सीखोगे, देखो, you might be knowing this. So what I'll do, I'll first put this function in our calculator. Okay, so function put करते कैसे, alpha x cube, okay, x cube plus 5. This is my function. Okay, now I need guess. गेस कितना है, 2 वैल्यूज का गेस करना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे इसको, यू ऑल्सो ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विथ 5 then 4 3 2 1 0 -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. अपने ये क्लास के लिए दिस इज आवर गेस कि इनमें कहीं ना कहीं आपका रूट होगा. If the root is not given, take these 9 to 10 numbers and work on this. Always there will be root between this range -5 to +5. Okay, so here I'll press CALC. He is asking me x कितना ले, तो पहला x लेते हैं -5, so -20. Okay, then -4 डाल देते. रफ पेज पे ये आप सब लिख रहे हो देखो. देन -3 डाल देते, -22, -1. नाउ सी, अर्लियर कैलकुलेशन में निगेटिव था, अब पॉजिटिव हुआ. सो x is -1. If I put x equal to -1, I am getting positive value. If I put x equal to -2, I am getting negative value. यहाँ पे साइन चेंज हो रहा है, सो मुझे रेंज मिल गया देखो. ओके, so similarly if we do that calculation for -5 to +5 or -4 to +4, you got this f of x equal to this value. Okay, so my question is, for your procedure for solving this numerical, which is the best initial interval, best guess for the bisection method? Okay, don't put the answers in command window, or sorry, chat. In the chat box I'll put one quiz. Okay, now chat box में लिंक दिया है आपको. Okay, I'll go back to presentation mode. So based on the demo given to you and this table, ये आपको टेबल बनाना है रफ इसमें. Question is, which do you think is the best initial interval for bisection method? ठीक है, आपको आंसर लिखना है उसमें. Please go to that Google Sheet, put your roll number, that will be your attendance for today's session. I think our time is over. More than that, 3 minutes ज़्यादा लिए मैंने आपके. Please take few more time and complete this. किसी को डाउट होगा तो अपना लेक्चर इज ended here. We will meet in next week, solve some numericals on again bisection method and start new topic, Newton-Raphson method. Please note down the equation f of x equal to x cube plus 5, and you have to find the best interval for bisection method, and whatever answer you get, put it in that Google Sheet along with your roll number, so I can have your attendance. So that is from my side. If you have doubt, you can unmute yourself or you can put your questions in the chat window. If you don't have any of these two, you can leave the class, no issue, but please put your attendance in the Google form.